Hello friends, I am Parika Pandey. In this session, we'll learn about the Python and its benefits. So in this session, what kind of things we will learn? Why Python? Means why we have to learn Python? What is the Python? The scope of Python, its features. Then we compare the Python language with others language. And who uses Python? What the Python can do. And lastly, we see the course content which we learn in this training. So first, why we need to learn Python? So we have to learn the Python because it is a beginner friendly language. Beginner friendly language, why we can say? Because if you are seeing the syntax of Python, it is just the same like English language. So anyone can easily memorize it. Secondly, it's open source. Okay, so no need to purchase anything. If you want to install the Python, then no need to purchase. You have to only download Python tool from the internet in a free of cost. Secondly, it's a highly in demand. Why we can say it's a highly in demand? Like if you can see the any MNCs or any big companies, so in that they are using Python for different work. Like I'll give one example. In the Facebook, what happened if in your on your birthday they create one videos. In that they will show you how many likes you got, then how many friends you got from this year. Okay, so these things they are doing. So this all the things they are doing by using of the Python. So we can say it is highly in demand, and because of that, what happened, the rate of job of Python is more than other languages because it's a simple language. For Python language, no need to learn any other things. Like if you are a technical or non-technical person, means you have a computer background or you don't have a computer background. In both the cases, you can easily learn the Python because of its syntax. Now it's ideal for web development. Why we can say it's ideal for web development? Web development means what? Website design. In the website design, you can see we are using the different framework of Python. And in the Python framework, what happened? They have ready to use functions. So just take that function and you can create your website. So no need like that. You have to learn everything in the web development. But yeah, if you know some functions or some methods and classes, by using of that you can easily create your own website. And in that the scratch website is available, so you can use that website as an initial part, like your login, sign up, log out. These things already given as a function in Python website framework, so you can easily take it and use it. It is used heavily for higher technologies. Higher technologies means what? Like in the deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Right now you can see the all these things, all these higher technologies, they are used Python language, not any other language. Why? Because Python is easy. If you are coming from the medical background and you are trying to learn the Java or any other language, so it is too difficult to grasp that language or learn that language. So instead of that, you can learn Python and use it and create your own applications. Okay, and also create your own automation script. So because of that, in higher technologies, they choose Python. Secondly, Python has so many library files. You can directly use that library file and create your neural network programming or image classification programming. Anything you can create by easy way. So because of that, we can say it is heavily used in a higher technologies. Works with Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is what? It's a microcomputer which is used for creating the hardware system, you can say, or embedded based systems. Okay, like robots. If you want to create the robots, IoT related programming, so Raspberry Pi is the best tool, or you can say the best controller or microchip. Okay, so in the Raspberry Pi they have used the Python. So it is not necessary for Python you have to work in IT field. If you know Python, you can work in any field, in hardware field also, in medical field also, in computer field also, in IT field also. So we can say it is, means because of that we can say we have to learn Python. Okay, anyone can learn Python. Corporate needs, I have already explained you, the higher companies or MNCs mainly use this Python for their different work. And large community means what? Like if you get any kind of error and you want to solve that error, so in other language some questions answer you didn't get, but in the Python there is large community, there is large means number of developers available for Python. Okay, so easily you get the answer for that. If you want any kind of library file, you can easily get for Python. Okay, no need to purchase anything. So because of that reason or these reason, we can say we have to learn Python or we choose Python. Okay, so if you are non-technical person, so don't worry, no need to learn any other language. The Python is the best choice for you, because in that you can easily memorize all the syntax. And secondly, learning the Python, no need to learn any other languages or technologies. Now what is Python? Python is a set of language for beginner programmer. It is easy to learn and easy to maintain. Okay, I have already explained you why it is a beginner programmer language. Then secondly, Python, you can say it is an interpreter based language or scripting language. Scripting language means what? You have to write each and every code, okay, in your program. Means you are, if you are writing the text, so insert the text box, then text box would be inserted, otherwise not. So you have to write each and every line in Python. But in some program, there is a drag and drop thing like a Scratch Junior. Then you can say .NET framework. In that, drag and drop thing is available, which is not available in Python. So this is a drawback, you can say. But yeah, its syntax is easy, so you can easily learn. It is an interpreted based language. Interpreted based language means what? Like if I am asking any question to you and you immediate give me the answer. Okay, so it is mainly the communication based. In Python, the compiler and executor both at the same place. Okay, it's editor and executor both is at same place. So if you are writing any code, so immediately you get the result. So we can say it is a interpreted based. Mainly Python, we can say it's a open source language, free of cost. It will get from internet very easily. Secondly, we can implement OOPS concept, any higher concept in Python, okay, which is used in higher languages like in Java or .NET. You use any concept, the same logic concept you can use in Python. So we can say it's a higher concept language, and it's a higher technology language also because it is used in the different technologies. If you are installing a Python in any platform, so we can easily install it. So it is a portable platform, portable we can say. Now its syntax is very clear and few keywords you have to use and it will create your program. It is highly portable. Why highly portable? Because easily we can install in any operating system and no need to install extra things. Like if you install the .NET, then you have to install the .NET framework, then you need a database, then you need some Java files, then the .NET can install in your lab. But in this, no need anything. We have to only use our Python tool. Okay, we have to take the setup of Python tool and run it and install it. That's it. It is extensible. Extensible means mainly Python can use with any language. Okay, so like you know the you know the Python language and you have to work on C language. So no worry on that. You can create your code in Python and then you can use it in C language by using of some library files. Okay, so you can use easily Python functions, classes, everything in other languages. So we can say it is an extensible kind of thing. We can easily integrate with any language. The scope. What is the Python scope? Like in the previous year, you can see the Python is not popular, but right now because of its syntax, it is used in higher technologies, its bulk library files or large library files, large community. Because of that, Python is easily, you can say, increase the job right now, and most of the persons wants to learn Python, and because of that, the hiring rate of Python is more than other languages. If you are in testing team, development team, support team, maintenance team, any team, you can easily get the job by using of Python. If you know Python, you get job in any department. So this is the best thing. Like I have given here one example in automation testing, one of the tool name is the Selenium uses. So in the Selenium, there is a three language they have given: Java, C Sharp and Python. So if you know Python, then you can go into the automation testing field also. So this is the best thing. And in the system admin also, like if you are from the network management team and you want to create the program, so Python has some network related library files like a socket library file. By using of that, you can easily create the network based program. These are the some features of Python, like it's a high level programming language because we can easily implement OOPS concept in it. It is easy to learn and read. It is easy to maintain. Easy to maintain means what? Like in Python, what happened? We divide the big application in the small part, and we are testing the small part, and if any changes or modification needed, so we are doing in the small part, and it would be reflected in your big code. Okay, so here we can say it is easy to maintain. Like if I have a query, or if I need to implement something in a smaller part, so I have to change, I have to do the change only in the smaller part, not in the bigger file or any other file. So here we can divide the big application in the modular based, or you can say in the small part, and then we can easily do the debugging. Okay, error finding, testing we can do easily. So we can say it is easy to maintain. It has a large library file. It is an interactive mode, means communication based language. Database. What is the feature of the database? What is the meaning of the database feature? It means Python can easily connect with any database. If you want to connect Python with any database, you can easily connect with this. Why? Because of its large library file, external library files of database. Okay, if you want to connect with the HANA database, if you want to connect with the like a MySQL database, PostgreSQL database, okay, any kind of database you can connect easily. So because of that, the backup or editing, reading, anything you can do by easy way by using of Python in backend programming. Now the GUI programming. In Python, for GUI programming, GUI means graphical user interface. For this programming, TK intermodule is available. It is an inbuilt module, and by using of that you can create any application. This is the notepad. Here you can see the file, edit, format, view, help. So this is mainly the GUI based application. Okay, user can easily understand, okay, this new means I have to create the new file. Okay, so this things a user can easily understand. So this kind of application means GUI application, and by using of the TK Inter you can easily create this kind of application. Secondly, there is some external library file is also available, like PyQt, WXPython. By using of that also you can create the GUI, but these are the external library files. So by using of the functions of TK intermodule, we can easily create any GUI application. So we can say it is a GUI programming is also the good feature of Python. It is a scalable. Scalable means what? I give the example for that. Scalable, you can say in two ways. Like you can integrate Python with any language. And secondly, if you create one application, like I have created employee management system. So in that, like I have created first time attendance module. Okay, then second I have created leave management. Okay, My company is small. So because of that, I have created only time, attendance and leave management module. But in future, if you want to increase the module, like I want to add employee self-service. So you can add this. If you want to add the cafeteria, then you can add this. So you can say you can extend or expand your particular application as per your requirement. So it is possible in Python, and very easy way you can do this. We can easily implement the oops concept here. Automatic garbage collection. Okay, in other languages you have to write the code for automatic garbage collection, but in Python you can easily do this. No need to like write any code for that. The Python shell automatically do this. Automatic garbage collection means what? Like any variable, any function you are not using from long years, okay, like long 5 years or long 7 years. So here what happened, by using of the Python shell, it is taking the rule as a first in first out. It removed that variable, okay, the dead variable. So we can say this is the automatic garbage collection. Now here let's compare Python with some languages like C, with FORTRAN. Okay, FORTRAN is the hardware language and C is the, you can say, computer language. So let's compare. Here you can see the program. Okay, in Python, if you want to print hello world, you have to write only single word, single line program. In C language, you have to call the library, then call the main, then use this curly bracket, then write down this print statement. In Fortran also you have to write program, end program, then print statement. Okay. In Python you can see there is no semicolon, colon, anything is not used. Here curly bracket is used. If you forget to take this curly bracket, then it will give an error. Here star, comma, this is used. Okay, if you forget to give this, then it will give an error. So we can say the Python syntax is very easy than this too. Who uses Python? So these are the different big companies. They uses Python for their different work. Like in the NASA, they are using for research work. In the Yahoo, for the analysis work. In YouTube, it is increase the search capability. The secondly, adaptive kind of thing. Like I am watching only Python videos, so YouTube always show me the new Python videos in my YouTube. So we can say to increase the search, mainly YouTube is used, or adaptive programming it is used. Okay, same like the other companies use Python for their different work. Here I have given some applications, means what we can do by using of Python. So GUI programming, I have already explained you what is the GUI programming. Okay, so let's see the real example of GUI programming of Python. This is the Python ideally, which is mainly created in Python language. So you can see this is the mainly the main example of Python GUI by using of the tkinter. In the website development, you can see the Python website, then Instagram, Pinterest. This is mainly created in Python language. Instagram is based on Django framework and Pinterest is also based on Django framework. You can create the database related any application. Why? Because easily we can connect with any database. I have already explained you that. And for that different library files you have to use. Like for Oracle database, you have to use CX Oracle, then MySQL dot connector used for MySQL Workbench. For SQLite use SQLite 3. Then for MySQL Server, PyMySQL is used. So these are the different library files used for different database. Many for HANA the other library file is used. Okay, I have given some examples of it. So by using of that we can easily connect with any database, remove any data, insert any data, means CRUD operation we can easily do in it. Next is the game development and Android app development. We can easily create the games and Android app in Python. For game you can use the Pygame module, and for the Android app you can use the Kiwi. Kiwi framework is mainly used for Android app. In that, what happened, you have to create the app in Python and then you can easily convert that app into the Android extension. So you can see many Pygame examples in the internet. Pygame is mainly the external library module. This is mainly the course content which we learn in this Python training. Like I have introduced the programming. What is the programming? We have to understand first what is the programming. Then we can start learning the programming. Then Python ideal is what kind of ideal is we are using for Python. Then how to install Python, the basic syntax of Python for creating the first Python code. Then data types. Data type is what? Data structures. What kind of data structure mainly we are using for Python? Operators and conditional statements. Then loops. And then we learn one basic project which will help you for using this modules. Okay, you are using this module. Based on that we will learn basic project, then functions, file handling and exception handling. So if you learn these things, then you can easily create the basic Python program. You can easily create the manual based program or manual based games, and secondly you can create the automation scripts. In next session we'll start with the first topic of this course, what is the programming. Thank you.